Hey listeners, this is your host Rakisha. I would like to share my knowledge from life experience on navigating through health, wealth, and dating, and tough times and happy times. This is where you will tune in to get gems from me to find the strength in you. Welcome to the Strength of Her podcast. Hey y'all. So I wanted to get on here to drop like a quick little mini video about how to overcome your fears and how I have overcome certain fears and still getting over with, and how I'm working on being that version of myself that I want to be in the future, and just seeking the things I want in my life, and just like living to be that type of woman I want to be and waking up to do. Now, just to be honest, like I'm always been honest, is like, yeah, I have my ups and downs where there's some days I want to be lazy. I give myself a couple hours, a weekend to reset, you know. But when I gave up the fear of turning on the camera and literally letting you all into my story of my upbringing with sexual assault, then dealing with, my grieving process of how I grew through my mom and my brother-in-law and my dad. And just know that what really pushed me was, one, a great friend, and also many great people, but like it was definitely knowing that I'm not here to please anyone. I'm not here to basically be fearful of what people are going to say, because I know my intentions. I know what I'm doing behind these videos, or I know that I was once yearning and looking for somebody like myself to tell me, how did you get through those experiences and how can you avoid those type of experiences if you can. And I think that's what really made me be the woman I am, because I didn't have the particular person to look up and say, oh my God, I see that they're doing it, so I can do it. Maybe certain, like, motivational speakers, things they say motivate me and, kind of shape my mind frame around certain, experiences. But it was me ultimately making the move to say, it's go time. It's time for me to press play, to expose others to know that it's possible to heal, and that it's going to take time, and that these are things that helped me along the way and that's still helping me along the way, or these are some new things that's helping me. And I think once I pressed go and I didn't, go back and look at the video, I knew if I went back, I would have like, oh no, let me retake, or, because I'm be honest, some of my videos are really long, and sometimes I don't write some things that I say just come as I'm going. And so I just want to be genuine with my videos and how, there's these experiences that I go through. I just want to be raw and authentic with you guys about that. Excuse me. Ooh. Right. And I think the biggest thing is for me is I don't want to limit myself from knowing that I could have got into these rooms, or I could have did this opportunity, but I limit myself because of my concepts of the things that I didn't unlearn. You know, I think that's what really makes me be the person I am and the person I want to be in the future, because I am literally looking beyond my surroundings. I'm looking, the way I can explain is like, I'm looking internationally. I'm not just looking in America or within my neighborhood to be a better person. I'm looking overall global to better myself. I'm not putting myself in a box. And I know that I am unique, and I know that once I put my mind to it, that I can do it. Now, maybe you have goals and they may not be like someone else's goal, but they're your goals. As long as you actually achieve them, you know that you are mastering the life you want for yourself, you know? And it just goes to show you that something that my brother-in-law used to say to us when he was I think he got this concept from Freddy. No, was it Freddy? Yeah, the dude with the claws. I don't do scary movies. Fear is nothing but itself. And I remember one time he had turned off the lights, or the lights went off in the house, and he was like, "Oh, let's go in the basement and turn it on." Me being me, I'm like, "I'm not going to the basement." Like, "Oh, no, thank you." But then he was also trying to show me with the flashlight, like, we have a source. We're going to be guided with this. But I also want to show you how in the future, just in case I'm not home, how do you turn on the, the switch box, whatever, So it was just like, don't limit yourself, because if you were stuck in this situation by yourself, you'll be just sitting in the dark until someone gets home. Why are you going to wait till someone else get here just to have the problem solved? No, you can resolve it yourself. So that was just one way I saw fear, of how I overcome my fears, is like, no one's going to do it for you, and no one's going to be living the life you want. Like, yes, they're living the life, but you need to actually live that life, physically, you're spiritual, you're emotional, your whole being needs to be living it. You see people doing what you want, but you're not living it. So that's what I wanted to get on here and say, because I did a video basically on 2023 mindset. Is just like, how can we rearrange our focus? Like, and I think the biggest thing is getting out of our fears, getting unstuck in areas that limits us from bettering ourselves, and unlearning concepts from society that was passed down from generation to, your parents telling you certain things. And just know that sometime on this journey, when you have to overcome your fears, that you're going to have to separate yourself from others to grow and to get to certain, rooms and destinations that can better yourself. It's not that you're saying you're better than them. It's just that sometimes certain people can't go on the ride with you when you're getting over your fears. You have to just do it, because you got you, at the end of the day. And that's why I had to keep telling myself, like, you got you, Kiki. I got my, my source. I got God behind me. I got him aligning me all the time. But you are ultimately the one that have to make the moves to live the life that you want. And I just wanted to jump back on here and just drop that real quick. So I hope you guys like these quick little videos, and just know that give yourself grace, give yourself patience, and know that fear is trying to handicap you from the life you want. So be careful with which fears is going to I lost the thought. Sorry, y'all. Just be careful on how you let fear rule your life. Don't let it hold you back from being the person you really need to be, you know? So I hope you have a great one and stay tuned to the next videos.